it's Jenny from Homestead Corner. Today I've got 10 non-food items that I buy every single month. So I had a request for this video, so here it is. These are 10 non-food items that I buy every month for our prepper pantry to make sure that we have everything we need in our supplies. And so these are just 10, and I buy these every single month. And one thing, the number one thing that I always buy, I buy at least one and sometimes more, is I always buy books. Skills, I'm telling you, skills. You cannot have too many skills. We buy all sorts of books, medical books. I have like some nursing books, the like college books that were old, and you know, the information is still good in there and you can get them dirt cheap. And we also buy like bushcraft books. We buy medical books, auto mechanic books, things like that. If we can't afford to have the garage fix our car, hopefully we can figure some of it out on our own. And my husband is pretty mechanical, so that definitely helps. And but all kinds of books, cookbooks, all kinds of stuff. Anything that we think might be a good skill. Wild foraging, things like that. We love books because there's so much information, and you know, you can read on your downtime, you can learn. There is so much to learn. I don't think you can have too many books, definitely. So my number one thing is books that we buy, and informational books. It's fun to have some books to read that are, you know, fantasy or sci-fi or whatever your thing is. Also, if the grid is down for a long period of time, you're definitely going to want to occupy yourself. So any kind of books really, I think, are a great investment, and you can get them really cheap used. So the second thing I buy every single month is toilet paper. I always buy toilet paper. I like to have plenty on hand. If I can't find toilet paper for a couple months, we'll be fine. You know, I just like to make sure we have plenty on hand, and I have always bought it in big, large quantities. Way before the pandemic, for years and years, we bought 5 or 6 packages at a time. That's just how we always bought it. Now, we're not able to buy as many packages at once usually, so I buy it a little bit more frequently than I used to, because I can't get as many as I used to, and now I have to do it more often. But I buy it every single month. The next thing that we buy, number 3, would be over-the-counter medications. I always buy pain relievers, like Pepto, stomach stuff, diarrhea stuff, antibacterial ointment, vitamins. Definitely, I keep plenty of vitamins. I like to make sure we have plenty of all that stuff on hand. And which leads me to number 4. And number 4 would be bandages, Band-Aids, gauze, ace bandages, things like that. We buy those things all the time. Peroxide and alcohol. You want to make sure you have plenty of it on hand. So definitely bandages, gauze, your alcohol and peroxide, all that stuff. You want to make sure you're ready in case something happens. You don't want to get it dirty and infected. You want to get it cleaned up right away. And there are many options. I always buy this stuff. I want to make sure we have plenty. And having 4 kids, we go through Band-Aids like, I don't know, we go through a lot of Band-Aids, hundreds of Band-Aids a year. You know, little kids, they're always a scrape here and a scrape there, and, you know, I need a Band-Aid. They love Band-Aids. All right, number 5. fire starter. We always buy matches, lighters, these big lighters. I may not buy one of each every month, but I always buy some every month, something to add to what we have. Um, Lighters are so easy. We have the ability to make fire starting super simple, and thank goodness. So I take full advantage of it. I think lighters are great. Matches are also great. These are wonderful for candles and barbecues and things like that. They're nice and long. You're not going to burn your hand. So that's another one of my always get it. Sometimes I buy it every time I go to the store for months. I might just keep grabbing it. Depends on how I'm feeling, I guess. I want to make sure I have plenty. Number 6, canning supplies. Lids, rings, jars, things like that. Pickling lime, anything that I use in canning. We do like a bigger grocery shop every 2 weeks. So I usually, every time I do that, I pick up lids, I pick up rings, I pick up, whatever it is I'm going to use for canning, Sure Gel, Clear Gel, whatever, if they have it. I've been a little limited on picking this stuff up recently, obviously because of the pandemic, but before that, it was always 2 to 4 packs of lids every time I went grocery shopping. And that way, when canning season comes, they're just there. It makes life so much easier. I don't ever have to run out into the store because I don't have lids. So canning supplies are a big one. If anything happens, I'm covered. If the grid's down for a long time, I can can a lot. Number 7, cleaning supplies. We always buy cleaning supplies. Dish soap. I have a dishwasher, but I've had it break. Having tons of dish soap on hand, I think, is super important. If the grid goes down, you're going to be washing by hand. And household cleaners, things like that. We usually buy like a multi-purpose cleaner that cleans everything. We keep vinegar in the house. We clean with that. I have a few of these little vinegar gels from Mrs. Meyer's. I like those, but I only bought them because they were on clearance. I don't usually buy those because the vinegar works great by itself. Baking soda, things like that. You can clean it naturally and dirt cheap. And number 8 brings us to soap, just for your body. Hand soap, body soap, hair soap, any kind of soap. We always have plenty of soap on hand, antibacterial soap, whatever it is. Just hot water and soap is going to do it. You really don't have to buy antibacterial, but they're good, and we buy whatever it is that's affordable for us and fits into our budget. So soap is one of those things. You can't have too much soap. Number 9, feminine hygiene products. With 3 girls coming into their teens and teenagers, you can't have too much of this stuff in the house. Pads can also be used if you get a really big cut. You could put it right on the cut, and it is going to get you there to get some more help or get it stitched up or whatever. These are wonderful to have around, and you're always going to need them. The need doesn't go away. And if you don't need them, someone you might know will need them. So I think they're great to stock, even for a single man, because, it's a great barter item and they're pretty inexpensive. And number 10, oral hygiene. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, the little flosser things, or the big long strings of floss, which is great to sew with. If you get the containers, the floss is waxed, and those are nice to sew like backpacks and things like that with. They're not going to rot out. Those work really, really well. So a lot of these items have multi-purposes, and it's not just for one thing. So those are 10 things that I buy every single month that aren't food. And I have a couple more for you that I also buy. We always buy batteries. I always, all different sizes, all kinds of batteries, for flashlights, headlamps, radios, whatever you need it for. We have solar radios and stuff like that. So, uh, and the hand crank ones, I really like those as well. You don't have to buy as many batteries. But the little lanterns, I love having the lanterns, especially if you're sitting somewhere. They're super handy. Another thing we buy is candles. I buy a lot of candles. If I find them on a good deal, I'm always looking for them. And, you know, a lot of times at discount stores or something like that, you can get really nice candles, big ones, for just a couple of dollars. Or even I've picked up packs of like 20 tea lights for, I think, 99 cents or something. So those are always great to have on hand, because the candles will also provide heat. If you are if you have a small room and your heat is out for a long time, lighting a few candles and everybody huddling in a small room, you can heat it with your body heat and some candles. Had to do that with my son. We hung out in the bathroom for hours, but we were toasty warm with some candles running. It was great. And we also buy cotton balls. They are great fire starters. They're great for cleaning wounds or anything like that. Also, either the cotton balls or the rounds, anything like that. Those are great. And we also I buy coffee filters, not just for coffee. I buy other coffee filters, that like the round ones. I really like those. They have so many uses, especially if you have got to filter water. They're a great first filter for the water to go through to collect any junk out of it. So that's a great beginning part of the filter. But there are millions and millions of uses for coffee filters. I'm sure you all know that. They are an indispensable item in an emergency, definitely. But that is it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.